The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Together, nothing's forced, no. Everything comes naturally. Like it was just meant to happen, like it was our destiny. This is our chapter of love, this chapter is called eternity. We gon' stay, we gon' sway to the sounds of our heart, that sweet melody. It feels right, it feels right, it feels right.
Good yawning this morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Thursday, the 14th of August, 2025, and you are on the clock with Erin, Greene. Again, I got a studio full of guests. Some of them are joining us all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. We got a studio full of creatives, musicians, cultural stakeholders. And we're going to be talking about an event that's taking place at the end of this week and another project that a phenomenal Bahamian has been working on cross-country. Not like sports, but like with one foot in the Bahamas and one foot in the U.S. at the same time, because some of us are giants of men and women, and we're going to celebrate them. But before we get there, I want to remind you about the Loyalist Charles Farquharson Will Competition 2025, open to junior and high school students across the archipelago. To win the competition, you need to submit 2 correct pieces of information. The first, the government recording record for Loyalist Charles Farquharson's will. The government recording record for Loyalist Charles Farquharson's will, and the recorded date of Loyalist Charles Farquharson's death. The recorded date of Loyalist Charles Farquharson's death. This is a wonderful opportunity for Bahamian students to delve into some research, learn about the archives. The prize pot is over $450 plus prizes and surprises from local vendors. To play the game, call the show. Let us know you want to play the competition. We'll transfer you to the producer. You give the producer your contact information and hopefully the correct answers. The organizer will contact you and let you know if you've won. 4 winners will be selected. 1 from New Providence, 1 from Grand Bahama, 1 from San Salvador, and 1 from the rest of the family of islands. And there's a clue in the instructions to give you a better sense of where you're looking and what you're looking for. Good morning to all y'all young people. The day is slowly approaching when school opens back up, but we hope that you are excited for what the future holds. I hope you're excited for what the future holds. All right, now I've got a quick note before we dive into the show. I want to say good morning to BTC and Alive and Rev. I want to say good morning to you because you may not have gotten all your good mornings this morning. Why? Because people can't contact you because they have disrupted communication services. Dear BTC, dear Alive, dear Rev, your customers are not happy. BTC landline issues in North Johnson Road. I paused for a second because it's monumental. It's monumental. When you lose your landline in North Johnson Road from BTC, oh Lord, how long it could take for it to be restored. Anyway, there's some elderly residents in the North Johnson Road area that have been without landline service for over 2 weeks now, and they desperately need their landline service restored. BTC, please attend to your landline customers. Alive Rev, home internet. People in the North Johnson Road area are experiencing tremendous difficulties with their internet. I know because I experienced it for decades. I mean, 2 is a decades. 2 decades is a decades. And I've been experiencing it along with many others. It's 2025 and we're simply tired, man. We're tired of paying world-class prices for less than world-class service. This demand that we as customers prepare to live in the 21st century. But will you give us 21st century services, please? BTC, mobile. How long will I have to switch my phone into airplane mode and back out of airplane mode to resume data services? Tell me. Tell me, please. No, I'm being serious. Like, put up a notice anywhere with a timeline or maybe with the actual instructions. Now, I want to say, like, when you actually make contact with BTC staff, they're very helpful, you know. The younger set who know what the resolution is, but they don't know anything else because that's above their pay grade, I say thank you. We say thank you because you don't grumble, you don't gripe when we come in and ask what's wrong with my data. You just give us the instructions and then you say, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, we will relay your comment to our managers as soon as possible. They're so professional and polite. When you talk to them, it's great. But it's the trying to talk to them because you can't use your phone. That's the part. See, some people say, why she sound excited? Let me tell you why I sound excited, because this is a conversation I've been carrying on for years. But what it's taken to gain critical mass is people actually experiencing the same thing. Like they just don't believe it could be like that until they experience it themselves. This is about regulations and enforcement. If I'm paying world-class prices, I expect, slam it. There you go. Wait till y'all hear who slammed that door. If we are expected to pay world-class prices, we expect world-class service. And even though we know where we live, and we've learned to manage our expectations, we expect world-class customer service. We expect world-class communication between the customer and the service provider. We expect honesty and transparency. And most of all, y'all take care of your customer service reps. Take care of them because their job is to field complaints every day. And you know you're lousy. So you know that every day is a strain for them. They call it social psycho services. Support for your staff. Don't pit your customers against your customer service reps with these inane policies that lead nowhere. Please, we're trapped in an archipelago with you. Let's act like we live here together. Okay, it's time to get into the show. Joining me today are, I don't know, this is exciting. I got 3 phenomenal stars in the room with me today. They're all from the Black Box Open Mic Night. I've got the lead organizer in studio with me, and I beg her, and she bring the featured artist for this month's Dundas Black Box Open Mic Series. Now, we're speaking to Nadine Roots and Culture Brown, and she's going to start the conversation, and then we're going to bring our 2 guests into the conversation. Good morning, madam.
Hi. Good morning. How you
Pull
doing?
up your mic for me just a little bit. There you go.
How are you doing?
I am good, thank you. I am good, thank you. Let me tell you something. I have a moment with all of these people. I started my stand-up career at the Hub at an event hosted by Nadine Roots and Culture Brown.
Yeah.
Right? If y'all don't know, Nadine, I want you, as you introduce yourself, to tell people the name of your television show.
Roots and culture.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Good morning, Miss Brown.
Hi, morning.
How you do? So tell us, introduce yourself, and then what is Black Box Open Mic, why Black Box Open Mic, and when Black Box Open Mic?
Okay. Well, I've always been a fan of the arts. So when I relocated here in like 98, I was looking for things to do, found some open mic spots. Shouts out to Giovanni Stewart, Obadiah Michael
Speakeasy,
Smith, Speakeasy.
yeah.
That's Burroughs and Chrissy Love.
Yeah, but before then, Giovanni Stewart, way
Yeah.
before then. Yeah,
Out there
yeah.
by Ardastra Gardens.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because I found their flyer on the street and I started attending, and that's how I eventually got into it. Somebody asked me to do an open mic. We eventually moved to the Hub on Bay Street. We'd be there on Wednesdays. We were the only open mic in the country at the time because everything else had stopped.
Yeah.
Right? Geo, Onku, all of them had stopped. So it had become the base for creativity in the country. We saw everybody. It was like a microcosm of culture, every genre. We were actually using the Hub, which was a warehouse on Bay Street. And
A warehouse and
and an art studio.
an art studio, yeah.
So Margot Bethel, Jonathan Murray, every week.
Chipper Redwood, yeah.
It would be an exhibition. So it was like a cross collaboration between everybody in every genre, including the arts, painting. Right?
Visual
And
arts,
so,
yeah.
that's where it started from. And I actually had a conversation because every week we'd have all these great artists coming out. You would hear, oh, Bahamians don't support the arts. And that wasn't true because we were seeing like a crowd every single
Listen, in
week.
2003,
It was
I
the bomb.
did a piece about politics, a full mango banquet menu, and it was all every dish on the menu is a politician, is right, named after a politician, and there were politicians in the audience
Yes.
who were killing themselves laughing, right? So
Yeah.
the broad
It
audience.
was just like a real coming together of the arts. It was really unified. There's, people were just trying to get their stuff out from that time until this time. I decided I wanted to create a platform. At that time, I was working at The Guardian as a reporter. So I began interviewing artists in the country, putting them in the newspaper. I don't know if that had happened before.
Yeah.
In terms of the genres that
The
they were
different
performing
genres,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I decided I wanted to create a TV show to give them a better platform, and then Roots and Culture came about.
Let me tell you something. You are like the Keith Parker of arts and culture. So Keith Parker was a sports guy in the infancy of the nation state, the Bahamas. A British guy came over, but he had this ability to identify talent and potential. So like you playing judo, and this boy's like, oh, look how he throwing his opponent. He could throw the discus. He could throw the shot put, right? And you are a curator of culture in that
Basically,
sense, which is why you're one of the perfect people to lead this initiative, Black Box Open Mic.
Right.
The why, the when, the where.
All right, so the Black Box Open Mic is an extension of that idea to create a platform. I wanted to be something like that American show. I don't remember that.
America Got Talent?
No.
Oh.
Way back when
The variety show? The Gong Show?
It was some variety of that, but it's a
Yeah.
I can't remember the name right now. However, I had come out of the arts altogether. I was away in Barbados, came back, just wanted to get back in. Decided to stop over at the Dundas, realized that the Dundas was having issues. I was able to direct a play that year. We all met and we're deciding, because they were about to close, decided we had to try and save it. And so we came up with the idea, I came up with this idea of just doing something like what we used to do.
And it's
Back in the day.
a great fundraising initiative, but it becomes like a feeder, right?
Yes.
It becomes an incubator
Right.
for talent
Right.
to see what you need to do to get on the big stage.
Right, and so we have become really a friend raiser rather than a fundraiser, because
Yeah.
honestly, what we charge for people to come in, it's not really,
Yeah.
not
It
based on the
only
amount to see.
supports the program itself.
Yes. And so we've decided, and it's a community theater. So we want the community, we want to bring people in to show them this space, especially the younger people,
Yeah.
to show them that this exists, this is a part of you, we have to keep it going. If you don't come,
Yeah.
And so at the Black Box Open Mic, there are a crew of 12 led by me. And each month we feature all best in the community. Right now we're featuring Tonash, who's been a favorite of mine for years now. In fact, I've asked him before
Aye.
to come on the show.
The greatest on the planet. Aye.
And I've only met him once, but I'm a fan of his potential. And as for Alion, that's how you pronounce the name, right? Right. As for her, I just recently knew of her this year. We featured Judah the Lion so far, Navarro,
Sherwood Ramming,
Abia, all of the people who are actually known.
Hold on, and Joel Pickstock's
Pickstock.
band. I can call it Joel Pickstock Band, right? But these guys are, it's like a full band, gospel, engaging, exciting.
Joel.
Yeah, man. Okay, so this month's event is Friday the 22nd of August,
Yes.
2025. Dundas, Black Box,
Open mic,
Mackey Street.
right.
Doors open at 7 p.m.
Yes.
Show starts at 8.
Yes.
There's lots to do
In between.
in between.
Before the show starts.
Yeah, when you get there,
Yeah.
there's interactive art pieces. There are artists moving about, talking. You can draw. You can look
Yes.
at exhibitions.
Because we're trying to integrate the arts, which is what that's about, right? So you'll be able to do all of that.
All
at
right.
Black Box, the newly renovated Black Box.
Black Box. All right, let's get to our guest, Alion Rose. Now, listen, I have featured you on my show several times, madam. In particular, the track you did with Shad Fur. I play it every Valentine's Day, definitely. What You Do For Me, I do for you. I sing that song to my mango tree this year, and my mango tree put out 250 mangoes. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What type of music you make, and where can we find it?
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Alion Rose. I sit in the genres of R&B, neo soul, jazz, like that little fusion. Currently, I have one song that you just referenced, and these things, and you can find them on Apple Music, Spotify, your
YouTube.
streaming platforms.
Yeah. So here's how I found it. Search Shad Fur, Alion Rose, What You Do For Me, and there you'll find Alion Rose's YouTube channel. I need you to optimize that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And you'll find it. And then she's got about 3 or 4, you have about 3 or 4 tracks there, but you're putting out new music. And the song we opened the show with is
It feels right.
It Feels Right. Yeah, that's what I tell them. I was in the Gneb tree, and the Gneb tree say, man, we ain't ready yet. I say, it feels right to me, though. It feels
Sometimes
right.
you gotta sing to your fruits. You gotta sing to them.
All right, so what do you bring? Give us a sense of the genre, the fusion that you're bringing Friday night, the 22nd.
So this will be songs from the new project that I'm releasing.
Okay, good stuff.
It's more R&B, soul. I don't do too much jazz, just like little accents of it. And I have this theme of just because I'm born in February, so I'm going to speak about love.
Yeah.
So I just sit in that genre, and my expression is just love and looking at things, being inspired by a Clorox box, things like that.
Listen, I just recently spoke to a descendant of the great Baker family, right? And from Eleuthera. Anyway, he's telling this joke, right? Somebody tell him this story about how the person's wife was like, man, I sure you cheating on me. I don't like how you don't be
goodness.
spending no time in this house. So he's saying, woman, come in this car, let's go. I'm going to take you to my lover.
Oh, gee.
And she square up herself and she's ready. She get in the car and they drive, and then he get to a piece of open land, right? And he throw the car in park. He say, see her there? See her there? That's my lover. Look at all her red lipstick. Tomatoes, tomatoes everywhere. Ali and me and you, we have to collaborate. We need to make a love album about local produce. I telling you, we're gonna love it. We're gonna love it. Okay. Ali, and now we get transition to this next beat. I've been waiting all my life because when I first met Tone Ash at the Elevation Awards, he don't even remember meeting me because he was in his superstar mode, right? And I mean, you remember the outfit you was wearing, Tone Ash?
Yeah.
Like a boss. No, you wasn't just chilling. You were in that professional mode, right? And that's one of the first times I saw a Bahamian performer who said, listen, I am in professional mode. I am here and I ready. You need somebody to go on stage and perform right now? I ready. Tone Ash, welcome.
Thanks for having me, man.
You good, you welcome. There's only one thing I have to row you about. I need more clean edits. What I'm saying is Tone Ashes make music for adults, but he makes bangers. He make club music. He make party music.
Well, I got his clean edits.
Well, now that you introduce me to them, so let's start off. Tell the people how and where to find your music.
You can find my music anywhere. Just go to Google, put in Tonash,
Uh-huh.
Tonash. It's one word. Some people like to separate it.
It's
Make
one
it
word.
Find me on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, CD Baby, everywhere.
Right. So when I heard you were coming, I started off with first question to ask you, what take you so long to make Rake and Scrape, right? Because I know you was a hip hop sort of R&B fusion club banger, like not just dance but banger music maker. And then I say, hold on, I know that track. You've been making Caribbean sounds. You've been fusing Caribbean sounds with Bahamian sounds for a long time. So I still have to ask you, is I Wanna your first Rake and Scrape track?
That's a very more traditional Rake and Scrape track, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the foundation of exactly what Rake and Scrape is. That's
Okay.
the first one.
All right. As soon as my producer come back, we're going to play a bit of the Rake and Scrape song. It's so Bahamian. The references in it, right? Like super value, you lick your like super value stamp. That just make it, it just so Bahamian, right? But there's a, I don't know what you call it, like a riff. It's like you step outside of the melody. And when you say, tell your ma and your pa that they made something special. Bro, so after seeing Twin Dem come out with that nice Rake and Scrape fusion,
That's what I
right?
do.
It was awesome to see you sort of you go even deeper back into the archive and like that little segment right there. That's a whole like no, I won't say gimmick, but that's a whole thing that Bahamian performers do, man. Anyway, other thing I have to row you about.
I ain't gonna get row, but you can row.
You gonna love it, man. You gonna love it, man. Music videos. Why you ain't making more music videos, man?
What you mean? I just do a music video for the Bungie. That was what? Last year?
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, sir, I 49. That's why I'm mad. I'm so glad you bring it up. I 49. I cannot be in the club bouncing to that song.
Yeah.
And you trick me because it's so mindful and polite and demure. I just can say it one time and then we can never say it again. Right? The boy say, la 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 la. And I say, hold on, you catch me just now.
Yeah.
I like your wordplay. I like your insistence. Like, okay, of course, there's a space for adult music, right? Like, we understand that culture travels through the children, but I remember Clarence Carter stroking and knowing that I can't be seen or heard listening to it, right? So, but it's like it's adult, but it's not explicit. It's adult, but it's not explicit. Everybody, we gotta lift our mics. Yeah, we gotta lift our mics. Let's get comfortable. There we go. Yeah. You gotta speak right into the mic.
Destin.
God, there you go. There you go. It's adult, but it's not explicit, right?
Yeah.
And I love that about it. And so in the same way, like, maybe I step out of the equation. Maybe you and Allion Rose need to do a love album, right? But about the things that we don't recognize as love relationships, right? Like, you know what I love?
What's that?
I love when I go to the fast food place and they take in long.
Yeah.
Love that.
Right, because then you could hear the conversations without eavesdrop. Right, without, right.
okay.
Like there's a culture that exists there, and if it's if you're there when the regulars are there, right, like that's entertainment.
True.
Oh, you don't go going inside?
No, right out the ones the sets where you have to stand outside and wait. right? The fast
I
finger
used to drive
bamboo.
through. I don't know.
But you fancy, man. You fancy.
Yeah,
Well, let me see how old my guests are in the room. Y'all remember when Imperials was on Bay Street opposite the Hilton?
Yeah.
And they used to
Yes.
sell, and late at night, 'cause we used to go to the latest movie,
Yeah.
and then we go there for
With
snack.
their garbage in the middle of the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the only place where black man jam up against one another, and it ain't no question about it. The only thing you worry about is if somebody take your snack before you get it,
Facts.
right? That was the time. Stuff like that. Those are moments you have people reminisce. Like I want love songs about them kind of things, right? I want a love song about how I tell them people in the parking lot don't slunk, because if I's the last one, I ain't giving up the last Kong salad for you, buddy, right? And I get that last Kong salad, things like that, man. Love song. Okay. Tonash, your latest project, the latest song,
Girl, I wanna.
okay, and the latest project.
Me and a group of songs.
Yeah, you have an album out.
Yeah, I don't necessarily do albums. I just do singles.
Okay.
Just depending on how I feel.
So I was telling Allion Rose on the way up, it's something that maybe I wanted to talk about, and it presented itself. Allion is working on a project. You're about to release an album.
Yes.
And I was telling her, girl, sometimes you don't be polite and demure and mindful. Sometimes you flash your skirt up and show them the song.
All right.
So it's a metaphor. It's a
Yeah,
metaphor, right? And I was saying to her that in this sort of smaller audience that you need to stay popular, you just need to be there, and people need to hear you putting out new work all the time. And so I wanted to say to the new artists, maybe don't wait, because you want that album to be perfect, and you want it to be
Polished,
conceptual, and you want it to be an experience,
Yeah,
right?
that's
But
it.
sometimes you got to let those EPs out. You got to let those singles out, and hit the world with them. Now, we're going to transition in a moment. I know I've got a guest waiting in the Zoom room. We're going to get there. I'm going to ask you guys to stay in studio, because now I want to talk about collaboration and fusion and mashup.
Okay.
When I was entering my spinster age, my evil Grammy villain era, I found DJ Overdose Daddy. And I tell him, I say, hey, tell DJ Overdose it's time to start delving into the Bahamian collection of music for samples.
Oh yeah.
Right? I had suggested Bengali from the Gombe era. And then all of a sudden, DJ Overdose come out with Red Shade Rhythm, a 5-track EP, sampling Red Shade by Ancient Man. But the beauty of it is not just that, but each track has a distinctive genre or style of music experience in the Bahamas. So Elena Sweet Jams is like Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. I think it's got that song. Vocab got One Gal, which is like pure Joseph Spence, Blind Blake, guttural. Bahamian Trey have Way Up, which is kind of an ode to cannabis because in that time it was the Cannabis Lobby, right? It's a nice track. Shake by Leon Greene, I think, or Red by Leon Greene, and then Shake by DJ Overdose, right? Beautiful. So when are y'all going to start sampling Bahamian music in your fusion, Miss Rose, and in your bang, bang, bang? I can't even, whatever you doing, just keep doing it, Tonash.
Sampling is so much work sometimes, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't say I wouldn't do it, but it's just so much different. The steps you got to take, clear, and different things. But it is a good idea. Sampling is be very nice once you do it right. Amen.
And I could be really excited when I hear the sampling of the like pre-Gombe Joseph Spence guttural sound in the music. Alien.
And I feel like because I work so closely with my producer Sherwood Rame,
Big
he
boss.
sits he sits in that
dope.
space of Caribbean fusion as a whole. So it's not far fetched to dabble into our archive, like you say.
All right. Let's take a pause. Producer, is our guest in the Zoom room? Good morning, Troy Kahana.
Good morning.
How you doing? And friends, morning.
How y'all doing?
We good, thank you. It's a perfect time to bring you into the conversation. Troy Kahana and friends from the Inspire Music and Arts Academy Foundation hosted this year's mini summer music recording camp in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, under the theme Junkanoo in Music City. And as a part of that project, they produced a track for us. When I say for us, for the world, right? But it's special to us Bahamians because they Bahamianized a popular North American song. Troika,
Yes.
tell us briefly about the camp and the song, and then I'm gonna have my producer play part of it.
Awesome. So the camp, it was really beautiful. It couldn't go any better or be any better planned. Kids came in and they were like, "What are we gonna do? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what am I supposed to do?" And so we gave them the idea of it, letting them know, hey, you were brought here because you're a singer. You were brought here because you play brass instruments. You were brought here because you're a percussionist. And then we asked them, everybody got the song. And you kind of listen to it, right? And they were like, yeah, I still don't know the song, but I listened to it. I was like, that's what we wanted. We wanted you to just have an idea of like how the song goes, what the song is about. And then from there, we allowed the kids to break off into the groups that they are like set in. So all vocalists kind of went together. So we did sectionals. And we gave them the prompt that, hey, here's the original song that you listen to. And now we're in a room of a whole diverse culture mix. You have people from the Bahamas, some from Miami, some from St. Louis. And we're going to share these ideas. We're going to bring these elements to this song and make it something. So I already knew, from bringing students from the Bahamas, we were going to get that sound of Junkanoo or Goombay or Rake and Scrape. So I already knew that was coming with it. But to see how the kids arranged how they were going to sing on it. So everything you hear when you listen to it was sparked from the kids. And, I would say the producers or the adults in the room, they were just there to kind of facilitate, kind of give them some direction, kind of give them some pointers like, hey, if you want to try to make this sound, it should sound like this. So you would, when we do the documentary, because we also videoed this. So there's going to be a documentary that's going to be out pretty soon that you'll actually get to see how some of the teachers were involved, how Chris Justillion was there kind of explaining to them, the history of the rhythm and how you can implement this rhythm and how rhythm is just so universal, right? Mm-hmm. And then the kids kind of listened to that and it was like, okay, I'm going to see how I could apply that. So it was really nice. And we did this all in one day.
All right.
That's another
one
thing.
Day?
So students came, they learned a song for the first time for about 2 or 3 hours. We had some games, we ate lunch. After that, we said, all right, we're going to run it one more time. Let's record.
Absolutely.
So this was one day. Not professional musicians, students going in, and we said, hey, let's record.
All right. Producer, let's play the track labeled Troika Hannah 2. The Troika Hannah 2 is right under the track. We're getting ready to play what do you call it? I call it the Bahamian version of Sweats by the Wooden Brothers.
Yeah, so we haven't really kind of put a full, I guess, name to it yet, but right now we just kind of going with Junkanoo in Music City because that's what we kind of did. We brought Junkanoo to Nashville. They call Nashville the Music City. I think the Bahamas more the Music City, if you ask me. But
here is Sweat by.
Yes, but it's Junkanoo. It's a Sweat with the Junkanoo flavor.
All right, there we go. Producer, rip it up.
Time to go. We run to the sun. In the morning. Get up. Here we go. Come on. It's 6 a.m. Monday morning. No time to sleeping. No time to yawning. It's no day off and no vacation. Just hard work and dedication and perspiration. You know it's time to sweat. I need to sweat.
Love it. One day production, a room full of kids, and Alion. They making my love song right now. It's early. I on the island with my Grammy. It ain't no vacation. We going in that field to sweat, and we going to go pick pineapple. We going to pick pineapple. Yeah, man. Troika, that's awesome. So tell us, where can we find the track?
So we actually just put it on YouTube. So if you kind of type in Junkanoo in Music City, that will pop up. And then also we have it on SoundCloud. And you'll be able to find it on SoundCloud as well.
Okay, awesome. Producer, play the track labeled Troika Hannah 1. It's the clip you sent me. It's a description of the foundation and the camp. And I just want the audience to get a sense of what it is that you have been doing in Nashville since they borrowed you from us and from Tanya Hannah, and the efforts that you are encouraging people to support.
The 615 Wake Up presents Center Stage.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to Center Stage. Welcome to Center Stage.
I am thrilled to introduce the Inspire Music and Arts Academy. Established with a vision to nurture artistic talents, the Academy offers a comprehensive program that merges music, art, dance, and game design. My name is Troika Hannah, a graduate of Fisk University and the director of the Inspire Music and Arts Academy and CEO of Keurig Space. What sets us apart is our dedication to personalized mentorship and instruction. Our program consists of annual youth summer camps, weekly aftercare enrichment programs, and future dual credit opportunities through our coding program. We are located at the Centennial Performing Arts Center, where we conduct free classes in art, dance, and music every Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. Our website is www.arimusicclass.com. We are more than just a place to learn. It's a community where passion meets proficiency, and every student is empowered to transform their creative visions into reality. Thank you.
There we go, right at the end. Troika,
Yes.
as that was playing, let me tell you what I had to write down. Look how we gonna make a Junkanoo video game, right? Where you gonna have to defeat the enemy, and I'm thinking about Nassau Rock as well by Maz Joaquin and that crew, right? And Tonash making the music, where you have to play the instruments on the beat, right? And like you have to be able to Junkanoo to defeat the enemy, and it'll be like a Bahamian martial arts, man.
That's nice.
Listen, I just
That don't sound bad.
not at all, because you're just inspiring people. Now, Troika, I've got Tonash and Alion Rose in studio right now. They are performing at this month's Black Box Open Mic event at the Dundas Black Box. And I was talking to them about fusion of sounds and collaboration of artists and energies. What do you all have planned for next year's camp?
So next year we're actually looking at the War and Treaty. They are a country. It's because we have never did country yet. So I've been here all this time in Nashville, and I've never really dabbed into the country genre of music here. I've always been still been doing either jazz, gospel, classical, that type of thing. So this, in 2026, we're actually going to be teaming up with the War and Treaty and Jelly Roll to do a country flavor. And as always, we're still going to be inviting Bahamians, musicians, Bahamian students to be involved in this production. As far as the location where we're going to be using, we haven't decided yet, but I do know this. I've heard word that the Tennessee Titans have kind of jumped on board to be a sponsor, as well as Walmart. So that's really exciting. I do know the rehearsal space will be held at the Performing Arts Center instead of the studio this time.
Okay.
So instead of us using Top Track Studios, we will be at the Performing Arts Center, seeing that we just started that partnership. And our students will have access to a whole lot more resources and space to be creative.
Man, this is awesome because you know country music is an integral part of the Bahamian experience, right? So people on the Family Islands, when they only had access to 50 and 40, they pick up a lot of American and Southern American channels. And so we are Country Music Central. In fact, Troika, I want you to hear this song by Tonash. Producer Play Crazy by Tonash featuring Judah the Lion.
I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy. Hey. Yeah. Hey, I feel like I'm going crazy. Always looking for something to save me. Yeah. I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah. Always like it ain't nothing can faze me. Yeah. I feel like I'm going crazy. Oh, always looking for something to save me. Yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah, always acting like nothing can face me. Oh, yeah. I let myself down every day. I promise I won't, but promises break. Try my best, but a loss is still a loss.
Producer, thank you. Thank you for that track. Listen, Tonash, what you call that genre?
I don't even know something. Did one be country, one be pop?
It's a bluesy country thing. Okay, so I was looking for a euphemism for counting lampposts because I don't think we try to use humor to make things land softer, you know, but then sometimes we trip over the line of insensitivity, right? So I trying to find a new language, and then I heard this song and I say, man, guess what? All us feel like this, you know. Like you say, I fail myself every day.
Yep, every single day.
And it felt to me like, listen to this man creating language for other people, but men in particular, to be comfortable in that space, right? Like, I'm not okay, but it's okay. Right?
Really okay.
It's okay. As long as the fruit tree is still producing fruit, it's okay. Right? I'm working on my love album.
I see you. You're ready.
Producers, it's time to go to a break? Yeah, so we're going to go to a break. When we get back from the break, we're going to get through some text. Troika, don't go anywhere. I want you to tell me some of the other artists that were in studio working with the kids. And then we're going to go back through the details for Friday the 22nd. You're on the clock with Erin Greene. Stay tuned to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Always looking for something to save me. Yeah. I feel like I'm going crazy. Yeah.
Beulah gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood. We now large and in charge. So we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too? Of course we can. But we could be in deep trouble if they find out. We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami. So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles. Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal. So what we waiting on? What's the number?
If you see something, say something. Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
When it comes to hearts at Cleveland Clinic, you can't miss a beat. You seek the best care possible, work with the brightest minds, and leave no stone unturned to get to the heart of the matter. Because understanding is always the first step to overcoming. For every heart in the world, see how we're advancing the future of heart care at Cleveland Clinic today.
New school year, new gear. From uniforms to laptops, a Fidelity personal loan can help you check every item off of your kid's school list. Jump into back-to-school season with ease. Apply for a Fidelity personal loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
It feels right. It feels right to have you by my side. Oh yes, it feels right. It feels right.
Welcome back to On the Clock with Erin, Greene. Alion, I was singing this song last night, right when my power came back on for the third time. Let me tell you all something, why I need to start making music. Because in yesterday's paper, I looked at the Nassau Guardian business section. That's for Wednesday, August the 13th. And here's the headline, BPL COO. No major load shedding on NP this summer so far. Let me say something, first of all, BPL. This is not the press statement that you put out. It did not achieve what you intended for it to achieve. You just ignore it. Just say shh. Okay, because here's why. If you had told me there's no load shedding on New Providence this summer so far, I would have celebrated. Y'all know I don't like, from Acklands, I don't like celebrating nothing. I would have celebrated if you said there was no major load shedding, no load shedding at all. I didn't even need for it to be true. I would have celebrated. But you said there's no major load shedding. Why you just didn't come and say, listen, we tried, but we didn't make it 100%. I would have celebrated that. But here's where it gets better. Why you all try to destroy my appliances last night? Thank God I have a room of just surge protectors in my house. Listen, I don't know what caused it. It could have been an accident. See, that's why I talk about traffic as well, because a number of these issues we face are because of bad drivers that knock down poles and infrastructure, right? I include that in the conversation. But imagine my surprise after reading this headline, BPL COO, and y'all don't use COO either because I'm going to say cuckoo. No major load shedding on New Providence this summer so far. And then y'all shedded the load out of me last night.
They make up for it.
Oh, it's the surges, you see? That's what it is. It's the surges. Now, mind you, anyway, I have developed this skill. I could detect a power surge with my eyes closed. I feel the shift in the energy. So it started with one of them. Yeah. And I tell everybody in my house, load up the plugs, charge up everything. And then for a couple of hours we were good, and then it hit, and then it hit again, and then it hit again.
Welcome to 2025.
Hi!
No flying cars yet.
No,
Load shedding.
thank God.
Wow.
What people's going to do with flying cars? Anyway, I say this, though, recognizing that the people in the Family Island are still suffering far worse than we were suffering. But whoever that was in that article, Ms. Pinder or Ms. Albury from Elutra, who say they don't have major load shedding in New Providence anymore. Miss, why you put mouth on us? Anyway, I don't blame you. It's an archipelago. We got to share the wealth equitably, and we got to share the weight equitably. And if that's what Nassau people got to do, at least we in solidarity with the Family Islanders. We understand the stress and the strain that you are under, and we're not sitting here celebrating. All right, I got a couple of texts to go through. This one says, good day. NHIA has yet to pay its providers the outstanding funds for July 60%. So here's what you do. I'm sure you got a rep somewhere that you can go to and say, hey, these payments have not been made. If you got a union rep, go to your union rep and say, hey, can you pay attention to this? Here's another text. It says, morning, Miss Tropical Storm. That sounds like trap music to me, like the way American rappers rap nowadays. Well, it's okay, because I can tall you why. Bahamians are at the root of the birth of hip-hop and rap music. all the way back to Blind Blake. The baddest gangster rap song of all time, Jones, oh Jones, you better leave my gal alone. Everybody say, I'm going to get me a Gatling gun, I'm going to grab me a cutlass and chop you up for fun. That's the same Blind Blake who's hobnobbing with the Duke, talking about love and love and love alone, caused King Henry to lose the throne. He was lying then too. I agree with you. I agree with you, Tex. These boy them don't. Okay, here's another text. Erin, did you know the police decided to do a check around 8:30 a.m. on Shirley Street, a major thoroughfare when people have to get to work for 9 a.m.? I could be honest with you, Texter. I realized that that's probably why there was a backlog of traffic on Shirley this morning, why I turned off onto Mackey Street to get to work quickly, not to avoid them. But yeah, that's when they need to be on the road. I could be honest with y'all. Because y'all be on the road in your car on your phone. As if it's not against the law. And then you be in a lane next to somebody making the same speed as them. Because you're not paying attention to the fact that you're driving a motor vehicle because you're on your phone or you're eating your breakfast, right? Or in some instances, you're putting on your makeup. Man, I don't know what it is y'all be doing, but you be doing something and you be distracted. Yes. The obstructing, y'all act like obstructing traffic is not an offense. It's an offense, and y'all do it all the time. And in fact, you see that 8:30, 9 a.m. period right there to 9:30? There's a lot of people on the road who act like, well, if you ain't get to work yet, that's your business. Except we live in a tourist industry. People go to work on different shifts. You don't know when somebody's work start is, but you in the road being an intentional obstruction, telling yourself, I don't have to move my car, when in fact you do, because you own your car, but you don't own the road. And guess what? In many instances, you don't even own your car. You have to go to the bank manager every month to talk about your relationship. Alion, we can write a song about this as well. Now, this says, does this make any sense? Why couldn't this be done after 5 p.m. when people are headed home? These people have no care for business people nor business operations. Now, I can appreciate what you're saying in terms of the effective and efficient movement of people, goods, and services, because that's the cornerstone of a healthy economy, right? I can appreciate that when the Prime Minister said, an hour delay, you should do it because you're a good citizen and you understand. No. We need to move at the pace of this economy. And far too few of us understand what that means, let alone can move at the pace of this economy. And then there are many of us who are just frustrating other people because you can fit 24 hours in your day, and some people need to fit 48 hours in their day to be able to survive, because that's how y'all want this economy to look like. So don't frustrate. You see the little children say they want sweat. Johnny Cake say, I like grind. He like to work. He need to be moving, right? You want these people to have a work ethic, but you don't want to be a part of an environment that fosters positive and healthy work ethic. Okay, sorry about that. These were the texters. The texters say this is no longer funny. BPL is now destroying people's lives, people's appliances. They need to do better. This is decades, people. See, if you don't know what if you don't know what 2013 was like, if you don't know what pre-2000s was like, if you don't know what pre-1992 was like, you could believe any story their optics will tell you. But there are those of us who know that there's been little substantive and sustained improvement. There's been a lot of money spent, a lot of talking, and a lot of singing, but not the type of songs we like. Okay, I'm all out of time, so let's go back through the event details and then where we can find your music. The August Black Box Open Mic at the Dundas, Mackey Street, Friday the 22nd of August. Doors open 7 p.m. Get there early. There's lots to do, lots of artists and creatives to mingle with. Show starts at 8 p.m. Cost $10 at the door. For performers, it's $5. So listen, if you're like me and you're from Acklands and you like to manage your money, prepare something so you can pay $5 at the door. Where can they go online to sign up? Into the mic? Yeah.
Instagram, we usually post a sign-up sheet. That has not gone up yet, but it should go up today. We're only taking 10 people, so hurry and sign up.
How do we follow you on social media?
It's the Black Box Open Mic on Instagram and on Facebook.
And there'll be food and drink available?
Yes.
And plenty jokes. Tonash, where we find your music and when you performing next?
You can find my music, like I said, just Google Tornash. You can find me on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all that. You can find me on Facebook at Tornash. That's one word, Tonash. You can find me on IG and TikTok as King TA242. Not King Ta, King TA242.
Okay.
I'll be performing next at the Black Box.
All right, Alion?
And you can find me on Instagram, Apple Music, Spotify, Alion Rose, ALLEON Rose. And my next performance is the Black Box and then Yellow Bell on the 28th. So.
Absolutely. Now, Tonash, don't you never, do what you got to do, but if you write a song for a political party, don't make it as good as Tell Your Ma and Your Pa that they made something special, because you will swing me with that.
All right.
That's a beautiful line. Anyway, we all out of time. You could hear it in the background, right? This is his latest track, Girl I Wanna. Y'all have a great day. Stay tuned. Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Nuri is up next.
Love you like Christmas bonus. Squeeze you like my last dollar. Kiss you like food was good. Touch you like road on Friday. Need you like a trip there's Zuma. Gila, gila. Gila, gila. Gila, gila. Girl, I wanna. Gila, gila. Gila, gila. Gila, gila. Girl, I wanna. The sun gotta shine, but you just do it better. You just do it better. Girl, you one of a kind, no other girl can measure.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.